Oh, I got lost on the way to you in an orange sky by the ocean blue. Every mile lost, my soul renewed, taken by the sunrise and the golden view. Walking slowly in the mountains underneath the constellations. Yeah, I know that you've been waiting for me. Time is losing all its meaning, like I'm living in a dream, and I've been chasing all the feelings I need. It's in these moments with words unspoken, my eyes wide open, life tastes so sweet. It's in these moments where all I know is coming into
Here's my baby. Here's my baby. I'm in Texas.
in these moments. It's in these moments. Oh, I got lost on a winding road.
What's up, guys? So we're taking quite the turn here on this channel. For those of you who are coming back to the channel and know me as Logical Lamont, I'm now going to transition this channel into Diaries with Luno and Lamont. As you can probably tell, I'm getting into van life. Those of you who are new to the channel from here on are clicking the videos because I am immersing myself in van life. So this will be for entertainment purposes, but for me personally, it's going to be sort of a digital version of my diaries. Looking back at all the other videos and just everything that went into it and all the struggle of like trying to figure out what topic I wanted to really dive into and just stick with that, and then just the consistency and the success that I had was just not there. So what I realized is that really this whole YouTube channel is for me, is because I actually journal, and I just got through one, so I had to get another journal, and that journal came with a digital version of a digital book for like kind of an introduction to journaling. So I was like, I've already been doing this for a little bit, but it wouldn't hurt at all to kind of read through it and see if I can pick up anything, any activities or just little bits of advice from it. It mentioned physical journaling versus digital journaling, and of course it was saying having a physical journal is always better or whatever, but there are some benefits to digital journaling. And it was at some point that I realized that that's pretty much exactly what I'm doing with my YouTube videos. I realized why it makes me feel so good. I realized that it helps me express myself creatively. I love going back and just watching the work that I've done and just seeing everything that was going on in my life at that point. So I really want to embrace that because that's what's really going to make me the happiest. If I just fully commit to the idea of making this my digital journal. And since I knew I was going to be getting into van life, I was considering naming this channel to like Luno and Lamont, because a lot of people in the van life world on YouTube, a lot of people will name their channel just like their name and their dog name or something like that. If I combine both of those, we have Diaries with Luno and Lamont. Here's Lamont. Luno, come here. Say hi. Up, up. Say hi. We've been together for I want to say almost a year now. And I've had him, I want to say like near the end of the first semester of school. So like March. Dang, how long has it been? It's moving by so quickly. We've done a lot together. I've seen him grow, and he's been with me throughout this whole journey of building a van, and I'm doing it in a way that's very different in the sense that I'm living in it as I'm building it out. Most people get most of what needs to be done in the van done first, and then they travel or live in it or whatever. But I wanted to get out of rent as soon as possible, so I did the bare minimum, put a bed in here, put an electrical system in here, got a desk, a refrigerator, and boom. And then we're just building it out very, very slowly over time, adding things like microwaves, trying to finish the framing of the walls, the roof, the floor, and it's just been a huge project. I mean, it's probably the biggest project of my life, and I'm actually enjoying it. So here we are. I'm going to be sharing it on YouTube in the format of these video diaries, and anybody joining along, I hope you find some entertainment in it. It's not really for educational purposes. If you're trying to get into van life and you're like looking for this video for like tips and tricks for like the what to do's, it's not really going to be about that. I mean, I'll be sharing information that will certainly get you started. But I wouldn't say that this is the go-to, just because I know when I'm watching videos, there are certain things that I want to be explained or said or videoed, and I just know that I'm not capable of videoing those or talking in great detail, with great understanding, just because I have no experience. This is a no experience van build. It's already hard enough for me to do that, but videoing it, I just know I'm not getting the content that I need to make a full comprehensive introduction on how to get started in van life. So what I plan to do in order to share this is I have a bunch of videos here. You can see I've got each of these folders are filled with a bunch of videos, and those are going to help me sort of tell the story of how I got into van life for this video. That's what episode 1 is going to be. And then for each of the other videos, I'll probably do something like the same thing, because I feel like this is going to be the most efficient way of explaining in as much detail as I can without sacrificing too much time, energy, or really just it'll be the only way, because when I'm doing things in the moment, I don't think about everything that I should. So here, editing it, I'll be able to see if there's anything that I missed and explain certain things maybe a little bit better than I had in that moment. Like I said, I think it's going to be really fun. I'm going to try and put in as much information as I can. Some of the budgeting, some of the concepts around like working in the van as I'm living in it. It's like one of those ideas that I have to wait till the weekend to where I'm at my friend's house and I can take everything out of my van and lift everything up, and then I can like start working on the floor. I can't do that in the middle of the week when I'm on campus. It'll just draw too much attention, and I don't have enough time because I also have work and I also have school. So it's a huge juggling act of balancing time and energy. So let's figure out, how did I get into this in the first place? So essentially, I'm in Orlando. Oh, it goes so far back. Okay, so for a long time, I was interested in Airbnb. I was interested in these geodesic dome homes. So it's like you buy the structure and the tent and everything for like a dome shaped house. And really the whole vibe around them is like, what do you call it? Glamorous camping. What is that called? Glamping. I'm dead. So yeah, that's kind of the whole vibe of the dome homes. I would have loved to like live in it for a little while, come to Orlando, get one, put it on some land, go to school for a little while, and then once I'm done with that, rent it out as an Airbnb for a luxurious or a unique stay. So that was a really cool idea that I had. But as I eventually realized, the pursuit of buying land is one of the most difficult things I have come across. I put a lot of work and energy into it, and it wasn't working out. We'll go through that whole thing. I have plenty of videos talking about that and going through the process. But I'm already here in Orlando. I'm already going to school, and I'm renting. So what am I going to do? I just don't want to rent. That's the first problem. Like, that's the only reason I'm looking for anything else anyway. It's just like, when I spend $900 every month and it's not going into my own equity, it's like I'll never see it again. That just bothers me a lot. Like this piece of thing on me right now. That just really bothers me. So I'm just like, what if I were to get like an RV? Like what and just like live in that? Sort of the same issue. I just couldn't find land that I could put it on. Just those two things is just how I ended up here. How about of a motorhome that can drive itself, that's small enough to like fit into parking spots? So I found a Class B van. I think this is a Class B. So I was all over Facebook Marketplace. I was looking for vans. I was looking at the Ford Transits. I was looking at the Mercedes Sprinters, and I was looking at what I have here, Ram ProMaster. So I ended up getting a 2015 Ram ProMaster. I think it's a long wheelbase, 158 inches, something like that. I could be so wrong. Hopefully I have that information somewhere, but it's also got a high roof. I was considering medium roof just because I'm not that tall, so I would be able to make that work, but I think I'm happy I got a high roof. I was also scared that I just wasn't going to be used to driving such a big van, so like the wind would make me feel like a little anxious, so I was like hoping for that medium roof, but I ended up just finding a van all the way in Sugar Land, Texas, baby. And I flew out there and it was a high roof. And yeah, I'm happy with that decision. It's just an extra element that I think I would appreciate over time. Got to mention Luno. So throughout that pursuit, while I was renting, I was lonely. I struggle with loneliness, believe it or not. I would say that I came from an antisocial family out in the country. Antisocial. What the freak is that? And certainly after the breakup from the longest running relationship that I'd had in my life, I certainly struggle with a lot of mental disease, going back and forth, mood swings, depression, isolation, and adjustment disorder. Just adjusting to a life without relationship was very difficult. And again, those of you who have been on this channel see everything that I've been doing. I've been very active in promoting my own health. Doing the yoga, doing the YouTube skits with my brother, the other videos that I've done, going to school, working as much as I can. I always prioritized my mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical health over my financial health. Seems that most of society, especially Western society, is all about overproducing and working at the expense of all these other aspects of life. And I was just not about that. So I had a really hard time with that. That's something that I actually am doing really well here in Orlando with. I found a really great job that supports me, and I was working so much that it did compromise exactly what I was afraid of, and I wasn't able to continue working out at all. Like at all. I haven't done yoga much at all since I've been here in Orlando. School is taken away from my mental capacity to try new things, to go out, to socialize, to do anything. So that's somewhat a battle that is like maybe the biggest battle that I struggle with here, but at least my financial health, I would say, is really good now. So now I've played on both sides of financial compromise and mental, emotional, spiritual compromise, physical compromise. So now that I have experiences on both, I'm certainly going to be trying to weave both of them in between, with all the journaling that I've been doing, going to school, for exercise. I'm hoping that I'll be able to find that middle ground. And being in the van, to me, was a great idea that would allow me to not have to work so much. If I'm not having to pay rent every month, then I don't need that much money. If I build this van out, just live, monthly expenses are just going to be so much lower. And if something did happen, which it did, the transmission blew up, the mount came off, the engine fell a little bit. The engine's actually okay, but it did damage the alternator. I ended up having to pay over $10,000 to get a brand new transmission, alternator, and paying for the labor for all of that and the miscellaneous items. So like I was saying, in that sort of emergency, I could still essentially just pay rent. So like paying $1,000 for 10 months, that $10,000 gets paid off. If I was renting for 10 months, I would never see that money again. Now, 10 months later, I would have a brand new transmission. I would have a brand new alternator. My car is mine to keep, to sell. That's a smart financial decision. Certainly not saying that renting is a bad idea. Certainly good in some circumstances. And I'm also not promoting van life if it's not right for you. Now, I want to start with the videos. I want to start way back in Tallahassee. What was going on in my life in Tallahassee when this whole sort of concept started? Let's find out, shall we? I was working as a home health aide, so I was helping people with special needs. Oh my God. With the MetaQuest, like they're going to be dominating. Oh my God, look at my beard. It was actually kind of fun growing that out. It was so funny. Look how long it is. Oh my God. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Logical Lamont. It's your boy Logical Lamont. Today, oh well. Bro, what's going on? I can't. This is the funniest thing about me, is that I try to talk to the camera and such, but I'm just not good at it. So today we're going to be going to get the. So that was when I was working a lot and my rent was low, so I was able to like be playing around with different things, and I really wanted to get into virtual reality and just play that, and I love it. It's a really cool concept to me still to this day. Every time I play it, I'm just like, this is insane. Like, I can't believe that this works so well. You know what, so we can take a break. I'm going to put a quick video together just using these short sequence of B-roll, and then I'm probably going to edit some of these videos and see if there's anything, if I'm talking about anything. I might say something in between certain things, but otherwise I'll see you guys after I'm done talking in these. Journey, let's get at it. Skadoosh. Say that again.
Yeah, we will.
Whoa! Are you ready to do this? Let's go! I don't even know how to begin to express how much I'm freaking out. I've literally moved like a dozen times, and this one seems really freaking scary. I mean, I'm moving away from my hometown. Once I move to Orlando, I have to go graduate. That's going to take at least 2 years, and I'm 23. It feels like I should have already done this by now if I was going to do it, but I wanted to take my time and make sure that I found a degree that I liked. And even now, I'm second guessing on like, what if I literally just don't find a job that I like in this field of environmental studies. And then I think about the financial aspect of it, which considers me working full-time after paying rent and food and gas. There's not a lot of money left, and all that rent that I'm paying, I'm not going to see it at all anymore. I'm going to be paying $900 a month. And if I do that for 2 years, I would much rather have been paying mortgage and dealt with the stress of that than never see that money again. Maybe the truth is I can't see my foreseeable future because it's not meant for me to see right now. I just got to remember to look forward to and focus on this insane amount of challenges that I have ahead of me. Hopefully we'll have some new perspective within the next few weeks once we get to moving and see how things are going. And now that we have that new perspective, we realize that we will be blessed in so many ways that we never would have anticipated. And I think it's awesome that I've taken a little bit of time to record what I can about this whole journey and trying to organize all of it. Just feel like it's going to be a great way to make sure that I haven't been wasting my time, that I know what track I'm on in life, what my path is. A really great way to just think about my life. But this video has went on long enough, I think, so I'm going to go ahead and end this one and then start a part 2 of how I got into van life. I guess at the beginning, I'll very briefly run through some of the scenes that I have experienced here in Orlando, such as the clubbing, just trying to get into the social life, my hair journey when I was here, going to the kava bars, getting into that culture, and everything that I was trying to do with that when I went to Miami with my friends, and talk about school. Once I briefly go through all of that, share a B-roll sequence, then I'll go ahead and jump straight into everything that encompasses the actual van life, like the actual getting a van and building it out, and really what initiated this journey of van life. So that would definitely be enough for a whole video. And then from there, I guess the rest of the series will just sort of be my progress throughout building the van out, all the challenges and everything that just comes with that. So if you're still watching the video, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy, you're excited about what this series is going to be, the turn that this channel is making. I'll see you next time on Diaries with Luno and Lamont. Peace.